Guten Tag and hello. Welcome back to the Märklin Outsider. I am Anthony Dodge. And in today's episode, I want to talk about a question that came up both in June from my own family as well as a message I got on YouTube regarding digital motors that I've been talking about in some of the videos with the Märklin system. So, back in June for Father's Day, I was in Germany. My kids all got together and bought me some more digital motors and turnouts as I'm expanding and updating my train table that will one day be my layout. And my daughter texted me over in Germany and said, "Dad, you said you wanted this motor, 74491, and the company says they only have 74492. You said you wanted this decoder, 74461, and they only have 74462. Okay, so very quickly I got an email from somebody else saying, "You talk about these motors, but I'm only seeing this motor, not this motor." So let me quickly explain to make sure there's no confusion. Märklin has turnout motors, and the first one they created was model number 74490. 74490 from people in the hobby longer than me was a fine motor, although it did have some problems. It's their first one of that style, and so it had some problems, I guess. So they eventually upgraded it and made it better, 74491. It's the same motor. If you want to put them in a turnout, you can use 74490 or 74491. They're the exact same motor, just one is an upgrade of 0. Well, last year, I think it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago, Märklin released or began production of an even more upgraded version of that motor, so it's numbered 74492. It's the same motor. The difference is 74492 has itself built to accept the new digital decoder. It will also accept the old digital decoders, which I'll talk about in just a few seconds. But the three motors are the same. 74490, 74491, and 74492 are the same motor. You can use them interchangeably. They all fit the Märklin turnouts. Okay, so now let's talk about decoders. Märklin's original base decoder was number 74460. That went with the motor 74490. Now Märklin uses the same motor and same decoder for almost all their turnouts except their diamond crosses and a couple of others. Even their three-way just requires two motors, 74490, 9192, and then the decoder, which started as 74460. That's just the model number, that's all it is. Then they upgraded it, 74461. At the same time they upgraded the motor to 74492, they upgraded the decoder chip to 74462. The only difference, they're the same decoder. You can use all three decoders with all three versions of the motor interchangeably. You could have a 74490 motor run by a 74462 chip, and any combination you would come up with. The motor works the same, fits the same areas. The decoder works the same, fits the same area. They're just upgrades. It's the same motor and the same decoder. The only difference is that the new decoder, 74462, is an MFX decoder, which means once you set its address, as I demonstrated in an earlier video, it will be read by your central station 3. It's an MFX decoder, which means it automatically gets read. You don't have to do as much to load it in to your mobile station or your central station 3. It will automatically read it. You just have to tell it which turnout it is. It will read it as a turnout decoder and motor combination, and you just say it's a left-hand turnout, it's a right-hand turnout. It will already read the address and load it in, just like when I demonstrated trains on my track being loaded in. How, if it's an MFX decoder, it's automatically read. You don't have to do any programming yourself. It loads everything in. So that's the only difference. So if you're looking at this and online you see a 74461 and you don't know whether to get it or what 74462 and the different motors, they're all the same. You can go to any modeling train website that sells Märklin and go through, and usually they will have upgraded. 74490s, if you get them at a great price and you want to first try digital fine, I would just avoid them because I never used them, but the reputation was they were not always perfect. That every now and then they could act up or glitch. They're the oldest one. Now, if you're finding them at a garage sale, give them a try, see if they work. Put them on a test track, see if they work. And if they work fine, you're good, because people that I talked to when I got into the hobby said, yeah, the 74490s had a reputation that they could be glitchy. They could be a little messed up. But most people I know also said they never had problems with them themselves. Maybe anybody watching this who had experience with the 74490s can comment below and say what issues you had. But you can also Google it, although I hate giving people that answer. I always like to try to answer what I can. So the motors, whether it's 90, 91, 92, are the exact same motor, just upgraded. And they all work in the same places and with the same turnouts. The decoders, 60, 61, and 62, are almost entirely the same. The only difference is the new chip in the decoder 74462 is it now an MFX chip instead of an Märklin Motorola chip. It's an MFX, which means it's automatically read by your controllers, and you just have to do less work programming it. If you go back to the video where I showed you how to put a turnout into your central station 3, where you had to go in and tell it the address and everything else, and you had to get it to find it. It didn't take long. It was a minute at most. Now it just automatically reads it, so you're saving 50 seconds of time. That's what the 74462 does. It saves you about 50 seconds of your valuable time. Okay, so that is a relatively quick episode explaining the numerology. Again, like any company, Märklin has a numbering system for its products. Track always starts with 24 in Märklin. I think it's 66 for tricks for the same track. And then if it's a straight, the number after the track, the number after the 24 represents the length in millimeters. So Märklin has sizes from 64 millimeter, 24064, up to 360 in straights, 24360. Curves start with 24. 24 is the code for Märklin track. And then curves will have a 6 or a 7. And I believe the 6 or 7 indicates long turnout versus narrow turnout. I might be wrong on that, but that seems to be what it is. And then curves are 2-4, Märklin track. And then this third number is the radius. So radius 1, 241. Radius 2, 242. Radius 3, 243. And then the last two numbers are the degree of the curve, usually 30 degrees. So 24130, Märklin's primary radius 1 curve. 24230, radius 2. 30-degree arc, etc., etc., etc. They do have specialties like 24224. It's a 24-degree curve on a radius 2 curve. So that's a little bit about the Märklin system. I don't know if it's worth doing an entire episode on their entire numbering system, but everything is based on the product. Just like any company, it's nothing special Märklin does. But definitely I've had some people expressing confusion. Do I use Decoder 6.1 or do I use Decoder 6.2? I don't know which one. And so they're the same. You can use either one. You might find 6.1s maybe on clearance. They're getting rid of them. Probably not, because they're still valued and they're still used. Märklin's just not going to make 6.1 anymore. Everything that gets delivered new to stores is 6.2, and that's where this all came about. My daughter was ordering from our usual track and decoder supplier, and I don't have 6.1s anymore. And at first she was confused, so she texted me and I said, yeah, I'm sorry, 6.2 also works. I didn't know the person had already gotten 6.2s in stock. But that's it. That is, if you're looking at it, the motors are the same, just upgrades. The decoders are the same. And again, you could go to the Märklin website, märklin.de, and if you speak German, you're already there. Otherwise, type in märklin.de/en for English, and you'll get all the same stuff in English. They also have other languages available. You can check in the upper right-hand corner of their page for language selection, and you can learn a little bit, read a little bit about their things. But I actually find that's easier to go to a model train shop and just read their descriptions, because they'll show all the track, they'll give you all the code numbers, and they'll also talk about the motors and the turnouts a bit. And maybe it's a little easier than sifting through Märklin's product pages. But either way, you can check it out. But again, I appreciate the questions. Just know that, again, for many of you, if you think I'm ahead of you, I'm only a toe ahead of you. I am a rookie myself, and I'm just learning this stuff, and I'm sharing this for anybody that's interested or wants to get into Märklin, because when I was getting into Märklin, there were no English language sites that explained this, and the German sites were more about how not complex, but about building layouts and just discussing the Märklin effects in their layout. And nobody really had a down-to-earth basic, what is this, why? And that's what I'm trying to do. And I've already got people nagging me, hey, can you show me how to design a layout on the Central Station 3? As soon as I really learn how to do it, I'll show you. Right now I got to finish building my layout before I can build my layout on the CS3. All right, so anyhow, that is this hopefully abbreviated episode, and I will say to all of you, auf Wiedersehen, bis bald, happy trains.